Is that Mark's
And
house or Joe's house?
all right, she messed me up. We're back
I'm
and
sorry.
we're live and we're talking with Janet Ramsey and Carol from Phenomena Paranormal out of Michigan. Hi, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Well,
And you? You guys all
Well,
doing good in this awful winter weather?
yeah, but see,
Hibernate.
we're gonna have worse weather than this.
I
Guarantee
know.
you.
probably.
Here, I'll start off by sharing a picture. How about that picture?
What is it? Oh, wow.
Bring it
That's
up. That
cool.
is the Stygian owl, also known as the devil's owl, due to its dark body and red eyes.
His
Their
eyes are
eyes
Mm.
are normally yellow, but when reflecting light, appear bright red.
where are they found?
In your
Doesn't
backyard.
say here. It actually doesn't say here,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
but that is a wicked looking owl.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would
I
scare
love
that
that.
is.
that
Oh,
would scare the
man.
crap out of me. I don't
What
want
was
to
it
see
called?
anything with red eyes in the dark.
Park. What was it called?
It is the Stygian, Stygian. I think
Never
he's
heard of
looking
it.
it up.
It's very cool though.
Pretty.
No, I came across this on Facebook. I just kind of scrolled down a little bit, and all of a sudden that was staring me right in the face.
You should use it for your mascot.
No,
Yeah.
I love birds of prey. Birds of prey are absolute awesome.
Yeah,
Yep. But having eyes like that on that owl,
that's creepy. That would
I
scare
know.
me.
I can see how that I can actually see how that could be mistaken for something else.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Some
Yeah.
cryptic, thing.
Oh yeah,
So
Bigfoot.
how are things going for you guys?
Pretty
Well,
good. Been pretty
yeah,
quiet though. Since the charity event, we haven't done anything.
I was
But
going to ask you if you had gotten out and did anything, or if you stayed in hibernating.
well,
hibernating.
we had illness all around us,
Oh God.
so we couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I was saying just before we started. It's like I was saying we got our company wide. We've got 18 drivers out with COVID.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, so they're pulling people from different sites and sending them to other sites to give a hand
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yep.
so that
Yay.
that was kind of one of the things that was discussed on the phone call when my boss called me.
Oh,
You know, I may be here in a couple of weeks having to go back out to Cali or back down to Indiana or even out to
oh,
Maryland
well,
or
please
somewhere
take
like
us
that.
somewhere warm.
Go out to Cali and kick the worm your way.
Yeah, please. I like it. I like
Uh
it.
oh, what's wrong, Joe? I can't hear you,
Can't
buddy.
hear
I
you.
can't hear you, Joe.
Forget it. Yeah, Cassie's leaving in a couple of weeks to go to Hawaii.
All right.
And she'll be doing some
No.
investigating, I guess, while they're down there.
Well, you know that they do get snow in Hawaii too.
Yeah. But average temperature is about 80 though.
I know.
Yes, it does. My husband had a friend though who he and his wife went to Hawaii, and they landed at the airport on the coldest day ever recorded in Hawaii.
All right.
Yeah, and what
That'd
was
be my
that?
luck.
60
I know.
degrees?
It was it was like in the 30s or something. It was
Oh,
cold.
shit. Really? That's
Yeah, it was
crazy.
cold. You needed a coat for sure.
Oh, not me.
Oh, me neither, but mortals being need
Come on.
coat.
Come on. We're immortal up here because we can take the cold.
Uh,
I can too, except for that wind. I can't take the wind. And
You
where I
know,
work is like a giant wind tunnel.
here's the weird thing, okay, that I've noticed. It can be 0 degrees out, and a dry, a dry cold, and it won't feel that bad. Or it could be 0 degrees out and then be a damp cold, and you feel like you're at 20 below.
Right.
And it's because for some reason the dampness makes that cold penetrate.
Oh yeah, but that I hate the wind. It's just silly.
And then you throw the wind on top of it, and it's even worse.
Oh. Yeah.
I know.
Are
I
you
know.
back, Joseph?
I'm not a big fan of the.
Me.
I can handle. I like it when it's about
I'm
30.
allergic to it.
Okay, I didn't hear you, Joe.
I said, don't matter to me. Cold is cold.
cold
I'm
is
allergic to
cold.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
for
hibernate
Joe.
in winter.
Yeah, for Joe, it's cold is bad for him.
Oh really?
Unfortunately, yeah, he
Yeah.
can't handle the cold.
Yeah.
Were
I
you
I mean,
born?
I
for
can't.
one, he's a
I hate
stick
it.
figure. He
He's a
doesn't have
figure.
he doesn't have any fat on him to insulate and
And
keep him
then take
warm.
warm.
All he
Right.
is he's just a skeleton with a meat or a skin draping off of him.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
Hey,
Excuse me.
better be careful. Somebody might want to use that to pick a lock with.
No, I mean, I don't know. And then
No,
I
we're
just hate.
just starting to plan.
Yeah, we are starting to plan.
That's
You
good.
know, when COVID goes away, I was hoping at midnight on New Year's. I said, COVID's gone. Nope.
No,
So
no,
we are
no.
starting to plan. It's been so hard because it went up again. Things were okay till they weren't.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's because of the new variant, the Omicron variant.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
70 it's
Keep
70
that.
times more contagious than Delta, and it doesn't matter if you're vaxxed or not, it will get you.
Right.
The only good thing about being vaccinated is it'll keep you out of the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. I had COVID like 2 months ago and I was sicker than a dog and I'm vaccinated. I didn't get boosted because the booster had just come out and I hadn't had a chance to get it yet.
But you survived and you're doing all right.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die for 5 days, but then I was fine.
That's kind of how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. My mom was very sick though. Mine and Janet's mother. She was in the hospital for 34 days.
Oh God.
I know.
You
I
know,
would
Yeah.
went nuts.
I wouldn't be able to handle how we had a guest once that actually came down with a COVID, and it was early on when there wasn't people didn't know a whole lot. There wasn't a vaccine quite yet,
Right.
and she was talking how she lost her sense of smell, sense of taste. I don't know if I could go through that again. I went through that once with the cancer that I had.
Right. Right.
I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bad enough.
No, when you're that sick,
Die on top of it. No, thank
right.
you. Been
Right.
there, done that. Don't need to do it again.
I don't want to do it again. Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, and then of course people aren't doing what they should do. They're not masking when they go out. They're not,
Right.
keeping their social distancing.
Yeah. It's
Unfortunately,
tough. Yeah.
well, it is. It when you're used to doing stuff, it is hard to get into a different routine.
But now I wear my mask at home because I keep forgetting I'm not at work. And I put it on and my mom will say, why are you wearing your mask? Because you have cooties. No, it's just now I put it out of habit now. But I don't wear it
Yeah.
where I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I seen
I wear it at work.
I seen a post the other day. Who would have known? Who would have ever thought that learning how to avoid the cooties when you were a kid would help you as an adult?
See?
Yeah.
It all comes. They say you learn everything you need to know in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And
What are you
that's why
shaking your head for?
What?
I'm just, I'm one of the
Joe,
Spartans, I guess.
Joe's shaking his head.
I hibernate in the winter, so I don't get out, so I don't have to worry about that shit. I don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I get out
So
as
you
very
say.
little as possible. I
Yeah.
think last month I
I'm
went
gonna
out.
start a GoFundMe so I can retire. Which would be great.
I think I went to Walmart a couple of times. I went to your house, and that was it last month.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for you. I think
Yeah.
that takes care of you for the winter, right?
No, because I'm going out Saturday. Remember now?
Oh, that's right. Right.
That's
You got to go
it.
out Saturday. That might be the last time. Maybe one other time after that.
Maybe. Birthday might still fall in the winter still, so you never know.
Right.
Yeah, I've got to start getting everything together so I can start figuring out which events I want to go hit and take my crystals and my pouches that I make and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So I can set
Yeah.
up with that.
Well, there's one that you got to put on your calendar when it comes out. And get
Oh, that one is there.
you're gonna
That's
have to,
our.
you're gonna have to have Lisa sit there at the booth for you.
I'm probably gonna see if I can get Kayla to come up with that one.
Well, that'd even be better.
Give Lisa a hand.
Oh, that'd even be better.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the Paracon in Milwaukee this year.
Are you really?
Oh, awesome.
When
Yep.
is that?
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
then-
he hasn't set the date yet on that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's kind of working on a documentary film project with Chris right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So,
We should get T and Chris to give us a hand with our Beast of Prey Road thing.
yeah, they're working on some what do you call it? The ghost hosts of the ones that host those like the
Yeah.
Hex
So this.
and they host those shows that got the old horror movies on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what one you're talking about.
Oh,
Like
okay.
on the Ghost Hosts of Milwaukee or something like that.
That's cool.
But
Oh. I like that name.
So
We're gonna do Paracon. Cool.
do you guys have anything like that in Michigan?
yep, there's a Michigan.
Yeah. We have
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
figure that. Just
We
saying,
got
in
quite a
your
few
area.
actually.
Actually, there's a
In
lot.
our area would be like the Dundee, Old Mill, Fairfest. It's in November. And they got the one up by Sault Ste. Marie, the big
They
one.
want a Mackinac too, Mackinac
Right.
Island.
Why do
Yeah.
they have to have them in the cold months?
I know.
Yeah,
I can't get him out.
But it is summertime when that one happens.
Well, the Milwaukee one happens sometime towards the end of the summer,
Yeah,
like August or September.
No, that's cool.
yeah.
So what do you
I
guys
was trying
do?
to remember. What's that?
That's a
What do you guys
3-day
gonna do?
event.
Are you singing and dancing or something?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna get him one of those things.
Come
Like you remember the old things where they'd have the thing in the monkey and
Oh yeah, we're gonna put him in the monkey suit, and I'm gonna be cranking the crank, and then
you got the perfect shape for it body wise.
no. I do not look like any of those monkeys. You do.
And then when we go to Comic Cons and
You
stuff,
got the
like that,
hair.
you
No,
gotta dress
you
up
got
as
the
a
hair.
Marshmallow.
You got the hair. Okay. You got the build. You're perfect for that. We just put you in the little monkey suit, put the little collar around your neck and the chain, and then I sit there and crank the crank while it's doing the curio thing on it, and
Is
you
it
dance
Calliope?
around.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it might be a calliope. Yeah, so he
Oh,
can
hooty-doody.
dance around and hold out his hat.
Oh.
Okay, I will go to Milwaukee to see that. I will use my vacation days wisely. Some things you just got to see in person.
Truly answer your question. Now, to truly answer your question, we got asked to do our show live from there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
We were asked
So
to be
think
part of
about
the
that.
panel this year.
It's going to be a whole different experience because we're going to see the audience too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Go live, with a guest
Watch
like
you guys choke. Who's gonna choke, Mark or Joe?
I got
And
stage
look
fright.
I won't.
Hey, I've got stage fright.
I've been
I
working
can't
on
even do
him.
karaoke.
I've been working on him to get rid of that stage fright.
Oh, you really do have stage fright?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
But I'll tell
Oh,
you,
when we first
I'll tell you a quick story.
started this,
I'll tell you a quick story
he was a
before this.
little leary.
This will give you an example of how
Oh,
bad it was.
really?
Right after I
I'm not good with public speaking either. So
right after I got the leukemia and I was out of the hospital, like it was summertime. And I was in pretty good shape at that point. I was doing okay. And my dad had this big benefit to raise money for the medical expenses, et cetera, et cetera. And it was at the American Legion, and they had this silent auction. Well, they I can't remember who it was. They were like presidents of the UW Madison football department or something like that. They were like heads of the sports department or something. They brought up an autographed football, and presented it to me, and then I was supposed to give a speech, right? I ended up outside in that little, crouched position, bawling my eyes out, saying, "No fucking way!" And my dad was sitting there pulling my arm, "You got to say something." And it's like, I don't think so. And a lot of the people there were even family to begin with.
yeah,
I couldn't do it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard.
I couldn't give the speech that should have been me, not him, at my
Right.
brother's wedding reception giving the speech.
Oh, really?
In the practical joke type thing that we pulled, but it all worked out anyhow.
Right.
I still got that on film.
What did you do?
It was a pretty elaborate joke. I saw it once before I told Mark, and we got a couple other people that helped.
All right, he pulled me in and told me how to start this. And I went and I got some old screw up cut keys.
The mistake.
The mistake keys, the ones that they made mistakes on, they had to toss away. So I got a whole mess of those that were like identical keys, but with different, that they weren't able to be used. So
I got a visual.
what was it? About 100 of them I got, or something like that.
Take your time. I gotta in this folder.
So we so I brought them to the reception and gave some to Joe. We gave some to a couple of other people that were helping us out. And what we were doing is, well, actually, we did this during the wedding as the women were coming in. We were handing keys out to them, and they're like, "What the hell are these for?" And we're like, "Just hang on to them. You will know at the reception what they're good for, what they're going to be used for." So I don't know. We passed out probably 30, 40 keys. And at the reception, that's when I got up and made the announcement that now that Dwayne's married, we gotta we gotta have all those keys back so we can get the deposit back on the apartment and all this other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that point, that's when all the women started getting
Oh,
up. And
that's
they made a line
hilarious.
and walked up, and they were dropping keys in front of Dwayne.
That's
Wait, it's more interesting from here.
Well,
that's funny.
one of the guys that was helping us.
All
He's
right,
really good friends with Dwayne and Joe, and he was friends with me.
right there.
Yeah.
And that's Woody. That's Woody.
All right.
Well, Woody had taken and I didn't know this at the time. He had stuffed his pockets full of those keys.
Uh-huh.
And as the women were coming up, making the line, dropping the keys in front of Dwayne, Woody sneaks
Oh,
up behind
wait,
him.
wait, wait! Before you go, let me point this out. My brother's like 6'1" and about 200. Back then, he was closer to probably 280 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? So he was a big boy.
Yeah.
And then you got
And Woody's always been a skinny guy because he's got a
skinny guy here
metabolism
that
that
doesn't
cannot
weigh much
be
more than me.
matched. So anyway, while the women are dropping the keys in front of Dwayne, um, Woody gets up. He sneaks up behind Dwayne. Dwayne doesn't even know he's there. He sneaks up behind Dwayne, reaches in his pockets, and pulls out handfuls of these keys, and from behind drops them right in front of Dwayne. And then he grabs him.
No.
Behind you.
I gotta make sure Janet's paying attention here.
I know.
Then Woody
I know
grabs
Abby came out.
Dwayne from behind. Woody grabs Dwayne from behind, pulls him back in his chair, and plants a wet kiss right smack dab on his lips. Right in front of everybody. We have this on video.
Dwayne fell out of his chair laughing.
No.
About as red as an apple.
Kara damn near pissed herself.
Yeah,
right there on the spot.
Yeah, the bride almost pissed herself.
That's funny. That is funny.
And to this day, he hasn't gotten me back for that.
Yep. Or no, he hasn't gotten any of us back for that.
Oh, he will. How long's it been?
How long has it been, Joe? How long?
18 plus years.
Yeah, at least.
Actually, it's more like
it's gonna
20.
be bad when it happens.
What did we figure? What did we figure? It was it's been about 20, a little over 20 years.
Oh yeah, you're gonna got it good.
Yeah, he's just waiting.
He's just waiting, biding his time.
Getting your guard down. Yep.
I don't know.
He couldn't get me. He tried
Give
the
me
first
his
time
number.
I got married.
Give me his number. I got some ideas.
Tried the first time I got married, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And the second time, well, I didn't even know I was getting married. You know, I'm still in a lawsuit over that one.
You didn't know you were getting married. Little drunk?
No,
He was sober.
I won a trip to Las Vegas.
Uh-oh.
All expense paid trip to Las Vegas, right? And it was to see Garth Brooks in concert.
Oh yeah, but he didn't know. He didn't even know he had.
Oh yeah, that was a joke in and of itself.
And they tried every way possible to get a hold of him.
My daughter calls me. Dad, Christmas Eve.
She heard him. She heard it on the radio. But before she called him,
radio station.
But before she called him, they called me looking for him. Because the radio station. Because they got my phone number. They got my phone number off of our website for the show.
When we were doing the computer repair stuff.
When we were doing the computer repair stuff, they got that. They got my phone number off of that, and they got a hold of us, or got a hold of me. And about the time I was able to get a hold of him, his daughter had just got done talking to him about it.
And I swore up and down it was a joke.
It was a joke.
I thought she was full of shit because it was Christmas Eve, and we played practical jokes, all the major holidays.
Yeah.
Somebody was always the butt of somebody's joke. And And I wouldn't put it past my daughter to do that. I mean, she popped into Mark and I used to play Call of Duty Black Ops. She popped in there, killed us both, and basically laughed about it later. But anyway, so I thought it was a joke, but I had connections at the radio station, so I called the radio station, and then it all got confirmed. I won it and everything. And I had been dating Tanya for about 4 years at that point, so she was the one that was going with me because it was a trip for two.
Yep.
Thought it was a
And
little
it
upset
was
about that. And we
it was
figured,
Valentine's Day.
I told Dad, so I get to go with him, right? I'm not taking my daughter to Sin City on the most romantic day of the year. I think not, 'cause it was the Valentine's Day weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
So we went down there. We got to stay in the Wind Hotel. Got to see Garth Brooks. Went down to what's that called, Fremont Street or
Oh
whatever it's
God,
called.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, we took the bus, one of those double-decker bus. We, sightseed a lot of,
Uh-huh.
got to stay at the Wind Hotel. Got to see Garth Brooks. It was a very, very personal concert, but at the same time, his wife showed up because it was the day before Valentine's Day, the concert.
Nice.
So Trish Yearwood was there too. So we got to see Garth and Trish.
Nice.
And so the next day was Valentine's Day, and we were supposed to get on the plane to go back. But before we left, my whole family was saying, especially like my mother and stuff, "Oh yeah, you guys are gonna get married." We did. We
And
got
then
married on Valentine's Day.
but he's telling me, he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what, everybody's saying this and saying that. You know what I told him? I said straight out, I said, I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's your decision. Whatever you guys
Yeah.
feel you want to do, you do.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
back
right.
you on anything you want to do.
So that was Valentine's
So-
Day, 2010. So I've been married that long.
Yep. So Valentine's Day this year will
I
be
don't
12
think
years.
every anniversary that way.
It'll be
How
12.
many
It'll be
years?
12 years.
It'll be
12
12
years?
12 years.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then it must have been meant to be.
See, I'm still trying to sue Las Vegas, see, because they lied to me. They say what happens in Las Vegas.
Good luck with it.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, that doesn't stay in Vegas.
Damn it.
Oh God. Mm.
I couldn't help myself.
I thank God that I didn't live anywhere near Vegas because I'd have been married 27 times. I know it. Oh, it would have been awful. Yeah, let's get married.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's cheaper than here.
Hey, I'm guilty. I wound up getting married in Vegas, but I gave that woman 21 years of my life.
Well, were they happy?
Now I'm free.
Were most of them happy?
For me, I don't know about her. I did everything I could for her.
Well, I like it. At least you got 21 years out of it. Sounds like you didn't even get 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Worst part about it is, after knowing him for a while, I found out that I was related to his wife.
Yeah.
No way, really?
Yeah, really.
How are you related?
I don't remember. It's like cousins or something, but now she's like my
Sure tell cousins.
my brother and his wife. They're all best friends now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Each their own. Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure I got to be related to somebody royal. I just haven't found them yet.
Well, my family actually has a royal crest.
Oh, shut up. We made one. Does that count?
Oh, I'm being dead serious on this. My dad's cousin researched the family history and found out on my dad's side of the family that we have Scottish in our blood, and that the Scotsman that we're related to worked as the tax collector for King Henry, I think Henry
Oh,
the
wow.
Eighth,
I don't know.
but he wound up he did such a good job for the king that the king granted him like 100,000 acres of land and gave him a dukeship.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why aren't you doing your show from there?
I'd love to, but I'm such a far on gone away from that
I know.
part of the family, you know. But I still think it's pretty cool that
That's very cool.
that we
Yeah,
have that family crest.
it is
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
that's
ours is
the
made out of Play-Doh.
that's the kind of stuff that actually I would like to do more research into, because if I ever did get over
Absolutely.
Yeah.
in Scotland,
With that.
I'd love to find out which residence or which area that he was from,
Sure.
and maybe do some
Mhm.
investigations over there.
Oh, that would be
Oh, that'd be
awesome,
great.
wouldn't
That would be a lot of fun.
it? Yeah.
See, that's one of
That
my
would be a
bucket
blast.
lists, is to get over to
The
Scotland
homeland.
and England, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've got more German in me than anything, so German and Austria would be a really nice place to go and do some castle explorations.
We've got English and German. More English than German. Oh, but we do have some Norwegian in us. We are Vikings.
Yes. Hail Vikings.
There you go, Joe
Yeah.
and the Caravello family
Oh
crest.
wow.
I was trying to find a larger picture.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're Vikings, and we will be pillaging that later.
Oh, we do have an anniversary coming up. Sunday is Phenomena's 3rd year anniversary.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
That's pretty cool.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised we're still doing it.
I don't think we
We've never done anything for 3 years.
I know.
started the investigation in March 2019.
What's
I
that
opened them up.
That's
for us?
2019.
I ate some.
Started the
Oh no, I thought you were. What are you
normal
doing?
investigation stuff
Oh.
in 2019 March, but we started podcasting and pissing people off. I think it was like October or November of 2017.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We didn't really start out to do anything, but I don't know.
We wanted
Was
to
it
go on a
good?
spooky road trip.
And then all of a sudden, and then I don't know. We were just gonna go. We weren't even going on the spooky road trip. We were just gonna go investigate haunted places. We were just gonna go on our own, you know. And then I don't know. Somehow it turned into a team, and we had the ghost buzz, and we went on the road trip, and
We got a
Which was
sign on the
fun.
highway.
It went where it went.
We got a sign on the highway.
well, we do, right next to Alice Cooper.
2, actually.
Yeah, we're better than Alice
Did
Cooper.
you
Did you adopt the highway?
adopting the highway?
So,
Huh?
we
Wasn't it
adopt the highway.
like yeah, and then you got to
So
go
we
in.
got our Michigan Adopt the Highway, sponsored by Phenomena Paranormal Investigators.
Yep, we sold. We clean up trash to get our name out there.
But our sign is directly across the street from Eloise's Asylum.
It's right there.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That's
Yeah, it is
that
cool.
works.
That is. I mean, you can't buy better advertising than that.
Yeah.
A street sign, you know.
Yeah. My mom said the trash goes out to pick up the trash.
Okay.
Mom, don't
Oh,
talk
man.
like that.
I saw something. I want to give it a try this year. I'm going to look further into it. I didn't know they did it, and I didn't know there was such a thing. But Wisconsin has a trolley. Okay. I don't know
Yeah,
how
there's a
that's done.
trolley. There's a trolley in over in East Troy.
No, this isn't where I'm talking about. This is north. Um, Wisconsin Dells has what's called a haunted trolley ride.
Oh,
Oh,
shut
that
up.
okay.
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 And apparently somebody said I took this about 2 years ago, I think they said it was. And they showed the snapshots from the trolley ride and they think they caught an orb on it.
Oh,
I'm not so sure because of the way it looks. It could be, you know, like a street light or something and it just got blurred. It's just a streak of light.
Well, you do have to be careful too, with street lights, because
yes.
you'll get that little orb
Right.
looking thing is kind of a bluish green, and people don't realize that that's actually a lens flare.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it looked
Okay.
like to me. A lens
So
flare from like a street light. But anyway, it would be cool because the history involved just in that Wisconsin Dells area would I would believe in a lot of haunted and paranormal activity up there with
Oh,
all the
really?
stories. Yeah, all the stories that I've heard over the years growing up as a kid and spending a lot of time up there. You know, that area used to be very rich in Native American history. They even had a
Right.
dog that would they had a German Shepherd and it was a ceremony and he would jump from one side of this cliff to the other,
All right.
Wow.
okay, over this like canyon area. And then they had this one area, it was all made of stone and it was one big circle, but it was like a pit, but it was like steps, but they were used like benches to sit in. And they'd have a big fire in there and they'd do these Indian ceremonial dances and different things down there. All this got, by the time the 80s got around, it all changed. It's like a big tourist attraction, tourist,
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
thing. So they had to constantly change it. But back then, when I was a kid in the 70s, that place was the place to be. It was just,
I
you know,
bet it was.
you
I've
know,
always thought like the UP of Michigan, like that where the, you know, uh, copper mines are and stuff would be another place that would be to me, you had all those Finlanders there. And mining was never it doesn't have a great history anyway.
You know.
Lots of death and stuff involved in mining. And I always thought that would be a pretty cool place to investigate.
I bet it would. I mean,
Yeah.
the copper is just so
Huh?
conductive, anyways. Isn't
What?
copper pretty conductive?
All right. Yeah.
yeah, copper's conductive.
When they have
Yeah.
the iron mines too, but the
God knows.
copper, I think we have better luck. But yeah, I've never been to the Wisconsin Dells. I know people like to go. Where is that located? Is that northern Wisconsin?
Yeah. What is that called? Damn it! I lived here all my life. I should know better.
What?
Lake Delton. That's what it's actually called. If you want to
Oh,
find
okay.
Lake Delton on the map, and you'll find
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Lake Delton, Wisconsin Dells. And Wisconsin Dells is almost directly north of Baraboo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Baraboo in and of itself, because of what it is, that would be a cool place to investigate.
What is caribou?
Baraboo.
Oh, what is that?
Baraboo.
No, that's
Baraboo, Wisconsin. That's
Okay.
actually the home of Ringling Brothers
Brothers
Circus.
and Barnaby Bailey Circus.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
They have the Ringling Brothers Circus Museum there.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And it's located right along the river. Plus, also there are some homes there that were occupied by some of the sideshow people and stuff
Earlier
as well.
back in the day.
hmm And
They still
we
have
we
them.
actually got the opportunity to go up there and investigate in one
How
of the
was
homes.
that?
one of the private homes. But at the same time, while we were there, one of the neighbors came up and was telling us stories about his home as well.
Yep, because it was part of the same property.
Yeah,
Oh.
and all of that property used to be, if you
It
looked
used
at
to be a farm.
the maps, it used to be a farm, but that's where they also housed all the, people that were workers and part of the circus and,
Right.
Yep.
Like Lobster Boy and stuff like that. Yeah.
back in the, I was just gonna say back in the day, they had a lot of what they called freak
Freak
shows.
show, they called them.
They had a lot of like freaks,
Mhm.
but then so all of that whole Baraboo area can just be, have
Oh
a
my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
have
You're gonna
some
get the same vibe as
we-
you would in any asylum or hospital or anything like that. You're gonna get the same vibe there. You know, a
Yeah,
prostitution.
when we investigated there, Joe was downstairs talking to the occupants, and I took my camera, and the woman that lived there, she went upstairs with me. Now I had my camera on the tripod. I had it in the attic portion of the top area, and I had it facing towards the open area of the attic. And all the lights were off, so we had no lights, but I did plug it in. I didn't leave it for battery life only. I plugged it into an outlet.
Right.
So, um, she was with me. She's seen me do this. I opened up the door, got it all set, hit the record button, walked out, closed the door behind me. So we went back downstairs, and I'm using another camera that we had,
hold on.
and
I think Tanya's still sleeping. I think I heard Joy.
okay. So I was using my thermal, and Tanya was with the other camera behind me. And I kept getting a thermal hit in this one room. It was really weird the way it was doing. So I had my voice recorder going too. So we did our investigation down there, and we were getting ready to leave. So I had left my camera on the tripod in the attic.
Right.
And again, I had it plugged in. So we go up I go up to get the camera, and I had my voice recorder, and I was literally starting to talk into the voice recorder to start an EVP because I was going to do a couple minute EVP in the attic with the camera running and everything. And I
Yeah.
walked through the door, and as soon as I opened the door and stick my head in, you can see that the camera had been turned off.
Oh wow.
Nobody else was up there at that point. We had left it in there. Both of us walked downstairs, and everybody stayed downstairs.
Huh.
And there was no, it should have never shut off because I had hit the record button.
Right.
What I thought was cool about that when we were talking to my cousin, and she brought out that box.
And the thing is,
artifact.
she's the one that witnessed it too. She was standing in the room with me when I
Right.
hit the record button.
Right. But all
So-
those artifacts, to see all of those really old,
Mhm.
like
And she
I can't
found
remember
she
half
found newspapers.
of it.
She found
Newspapers.
old newspapers. She found, and this was all in that area of the attic that I was trying to film.
Yeah, and it was just it wasn't even like a Wisconsin State Journal. It was like the Baraboo Times. It was like a
Yep.
local newspaper.
It was
somewhere.
local newspapers.
Wow.
So that was like turn of the century type of
Sure.
papers and stuff.
And then
And-
like really old pill. There was like a really old pill container, but they were like like tin ones. Like tin ones that
Oh
had
yeah,
like, two little tablets in it.
the metal it was the metal aspirin containers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a date on it. I can't remember. It was old.
Yeah.
All I know is there was a lot of
That's
old
pretty
stuff.
cool.
It was really cool. And it was all found in her attic.
Yep.
Wow.
All found up in the attic.
That's pretty cool. Doing that stuff. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
it
really
is.
cool.
It is cool to have stuff like that happen, but it's also irritating as hell
Yeah. You know,
because
something similar
you're
happened
wanting to
yesterday.
get something, and then all of a sudden it just goes nuts. Nothing there.
Because we don't know if we were using the camera wrong or whatever, but we pressed the record button, and then we were going to sleep in this room, and it turned off. So we got up and together because it was dark and haunted. So, and she turned on the light, and I fixed the recorder, and then at some point it had gone off again. But it could have been us not knowing what the hell we were doing, but what makes it is you hear these sounds, and then the camera goes off.
All right.
It's
Here's
like
the thing.
sound, yeah, like a
Can I say
yeah,
something?
it's pretty cool.
Can I say something here? Here's the problem with your theory. Okay, I don't think it's not that you didn't know what you're doing, because a lot of these cameras nowadays are like idiot proof. Okay, and I don't
Yeah.
mean to use that word. You
open it,
it's
push your button.
so simple nowadays. Anybody can use them. you
Right.
know? I think
Well,
a lot of
maybe.
these things. I think a lot of these things. Well, think about it. If you think about it, how many times have you heard stories of places that were haunted or had paranormal activity where a battery would get drained?
Sure. We've had
Or-
that happen.
Or
So did
turned
I.
off my cell phone because it didn't want me to take pictures. I was ready to take a picture, and then all of a sudden my cell phone rebooted or something.
Yeah.
We do got a video at the Fulton Farmhouse at the Westland Historic Village Park. I set the camera up, it recorded, and then it was set on a timer to shut off after 30 minutes. But then there's another video on there that somebody turned it back on.
Oh yeah.
And the way the camera was set up, you would see somebody at the camera
Right.
in
Right.
order to turn it on. There's no getting
Right.
around it. You would be on camera for a split second at least, and there's nobody. We're all in another room. Actually, we were doing an episode of Ghostbusters, and I just set up a camera in the next room.
Right. Right.
But it came back on.
That's what you got.
Well,
Is
and
that when you started recording with that?
somebody wanted you to record longer.
Yep. Unfortunately, I've watched it over and over again. Don't see nothing,
Okay, you watched it, but did you listen?
Listen.
Yeah, no, I was listening also.
And I mean,
But
really,
I haven't
really
found
listen.
anything yet. I say yet.
Because there's
I
too
have,
many.
I have
That's the
missed
key.
things before, and then
Right,
gone
but that's
back
the
and-
key though. Is you can watch it and say, okay, I didn't see anything, but now go
You gotta
through it
listen.
again.
you gotta-
Go through it again,
Yeah.
and make sure you got your headphones on as loud as you can stand it,
Yeah.
and as little noise around you as possible, and listen very carefully.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be the smallest little thing like a mouse fart, but
Mhm.
you're gonna, but you're gonna hear it.
And that's what happened with me and Cassie that at Lizzie Borden house. It was, you hear these two distinct sounds just a couple minutes apart, and then the camera goes off. Not a couple minutes, it was, I don't know, a minute. But yeah, but we didn't hear that with our own ears because we would have had a heart attack. And so I know that it's clearly in that room. And so I don't know if we were sleeping or whatever, but yeah, we've all had those things happen that, ghost or spirit interferes with power,
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've
Well,
had
like
that.
at Reddington, we kept getting those flashes in that field, and he talked about the streetlights and stuff, but there were none. And so it had to be something. When we were in that field, the lights, we knew where the lights were, and we could explain those flashes
At least a quarter mile away, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Mhm.
But when we did catch those, we knew what they were. But that one, those ones in the middle of the field, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
But there was no light there.
Well, it's almost like what happened with Joe and Dale when we were out at Bray Road.
Yeah.
Dale's got his thermal out, and they're looking at this bipedal critter in the edge of the cornfield, and they lose track of it as I'm walking down the field. I'm already out of earshot of them. I can't hear what they're saying to each other.
Right.
And I'm down there, and I'm literally hearing something walking in the cornfield next to me.
Oh. Wow.
And then when I turned around, I was getting eat up by mosquitoes at that point. So I turned around and came back. And the weird thing is, up by the barn, there was hardly any mosquitoes at all.
Oh.
It was only when I started getting down to where the dead tree was and other stuff, where they just started just eating me.
Oh, wow.
So I turned around, I came back, and as I got closer to them, I could still hear this thing, and I just said, I just got to that point where it's like, screw it. So I called it out. I said, quit following me or something like that. And I said, why don't you come out here and talk to me? And I was still far enough away from them, they couldn't hear me. But when I got back up there to them, they were telling me what happened. And then I told them that I seen something or heard something. And then just before I got back to them, I looked out. I actually panned out into the hayfield, and there was something off-white on the ground, took off running away from me. And the problem is I didn't get that on camera, which really irritated me.
That's so irritating.
But I could see it. I could see it because we had a full moon that night.
Yeah, so it's bright out. Yeah.
So the moon lit it up pretty good, and it was pretty bright. So I could see stuff out there. I could see anything that was, stuff that was out there, and it's just.
Yeah, and then you get it on camera. Don't you hate that? Can I ask you a question?
What's that, Joe?
You guys are experienced.
Oh, we're just old.
We're just old.
That's it.
Can you see, every time it's happened, when I catch something like through the viewfinder, through the screen, I always forget to look to see if I can see it with my own eyes.
Okay.
Have you? So, what would be happening in the screen to make you only be able to see it on the screen?
Because your eyes can only see in certain light spectrums.
Right.
The camera can actually detect light spectrums that your eyes can't
see. Okay. All right.
Whatever you're seeing on that screen that you're not seeing by when you move and look out and you don't see it, but you can see it on the screen, then it's possible that whatever's on that screen is in a different light spectrum or reflecting a different light spectrum back at you. And the camera's catching that spectrum instead of what to where your eyes can't see it.
The most common camera now is
because it's always fascinating. You can look at the screen and you see something there, like a thermal image. You see a thermal image, but then you're looking and there's nothing there. Yeah. Well, that we can see.
Yeah.
What did you say about cameras, Joe?
I said most of the common cameras used now are like full spectrum cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one.
And the full spectrum cameras, again, they can see in the whole light spectrum.
Right.
The human eye can only see from a certain point of light of the light spectrum to another point.
Yeah.
Okay. Now class is over.
But
I don't. Here's the part that baffles me. Is you can be sitting there in a building, say, bar right here in town, where I live. All right, that we went to. All right, you and Tanya were on the 3rd floor. Of that bar. Okay, and you were investigating up there. We already knew what the sounds of the little furnace when it kicked in and so on and so forth sounded like, because it was wide open up there on the 2nd floor, which is where I was. I'm standing here in the corner and with my camera, and I've got the whole kind of like the whole room under surveillance from one little angle. And I'm just standing there still, and it's very quiet. You can hear the furnace kick in and off. But the strange thing was, and I didn't hear this with my own ears, but the camera picked it. Heard it later. We heard Morse code on
Hi, Cassie.
somebody was tapping in Morse code on wood or something.
Yeah, we caught that on
And
on
you
his
couldn't hear
camera.
it. I didn't hear it with my, with my negative, with the ears, my own ears. We didn't discover
Yeah.
that until we were reviewing the footage later.
Huh.
And it's like, you hear that? Yeah. But
My
they were
first thought when
upstairs.
I heard it, my first thought,
I couldn't hear them upstairs because they were being very quiet as they were moving around. So downstairs, where I was, just a floor below them, I couldn't even hear any footsteps coming downstairs.
and
Really?
yeah,
They'd have
but
to
when
talk
I heard
really
it,
loud for me to hear them too.
when we were playing, when he played it, and he asked me to listen, and I heard it, my very first thought was Morse code,
Morse
just
code.
the way it started, and continued on. And we need to put that down, write that down and everything, and see if we can't get somebody, or at least isolate that, maybe enhance it, and then get somebody that knows Morse code to listen to it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and maybe actually get a decoder
one
out
of
of it.
those buildings that also warrants going back to the second time.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to get in there and do a full investigation in there,
Hmm.
because
Yeah,
I agree, it's one that would be perfect to get
Where
up
is
in.
it? I'm sorry, I had to leave. Just say where it was.
She's leaving.
it was a very interesting place. The pictures we saw were very interesting, to say the least.
Is it near you guys?
It's
Yeah.
in where I in the
It's
same
in the
town.
town. It's in the same town that Joe lives.
Oh, okay.
It's a bar. And
Oh,
it's got 3 floors. One floor used to be like their ballroom, and the other floor
kind of
was
like
like,
where we went.
and another floor was for like, what was it, the Freemasons or something like that.
Yeah, Masons had their
Ooh.
there.
So they had their own, and you could still see their logo right there in the floor, like it was painted on the floor,
Hmm.
big and bold,
Mhm.
So yeah, and they were in the process of remodeling a lot of that.
They're gonna turn the second floor into a restaurant.
Oh, really? Yeah, so renovation too. There you go.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Huge renovations, and anytime you take a building like that and you start renovating,
Yep.
Mhm.
it starts disturbing.
Yep.
And
He's got
one thing that's nice about Detroit is we have all these old buildings, downtown area and stuff that, I mean, they're
Oh, yeah.
old. And I would love to just go in some of those.
I know.
And,
I've seen
Awesome.
yeah,
I would love to go in.
especially the ones they are
Oh, I'd
rehabilitating.
absolutely love to go on some of these places.
Mhm.
They got that, but like that bar, that first floor where the bar is, they really didn't do much. They just did the best they could to preserve what was already there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it looks
Mhm.
like the day it was built. And the guy, the owner, the couple, I should say, that owns the place, they did a lot of their own research. The state historical society, and found a lot of old pictures of what that area used to look like when it was built.
Bless me.
And
Excuse me.
Mark took a. Would you do? Take a picture of that one picture?
I took a picture of a picture that they had there that
Like
they
to
showed
blow
us.
it up.
I'm actually looking for it, Joe. I think I have it on the computer.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Don't
Getting
hope for
sneezies
and
now.
your brain will explode.
No,
Picture. Mark took this picture.
wouldn't want that to happen.
The gentleman showed us this picture. It was of the streets outside. It was like an intersection. And the roads were still dirt roads. And
Wow.
you had horse and buggies on the road.
Mhm.
You know, this building dated back a long time,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's got a lot of history in it, and it definitely warrants going back. You know,
Oh my goodness.
The city I
Are you
live
okay
in.
there, Janet?
No, just having a
You're gonna be
sneezing
all right.
attack for some reason.
I hate those.
I know.
My mother gets them, and Janet gets them. My husband used to get them. I just get those things where I got to sneeze and it won't come out. I hate that. It happened to me today, and I'm sitting there and I go, and I was doing an assessment. I'm talking to people, but yeah. No,
Jeffrey?
we have so many. Well, Ford Motor Company. I don't know. There's this old train station in Detroit, and it's huge. It's an old Amtrak station, and I don't know how many floors it is, but a lot. Pretty big building.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And Ford Motor Company is in the process of renovating it. It was abandoned for years. The same people that own the Ambassador Bridge owned this building and didn't do anything with it. And there was all kinds of awful things probably going on there. And so anyway, Ford Motor Company's doing it, and the whole main floor they're going to leave open to the public. And I would love to go over there and talk to the construction workers. I just really would. Some shit's happening. This is a place of travel. You got all kinds of emotions that went in and out, and then the darkness of it being abandoned. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. That's the building.
The big building. That's background. The biggest building. In the
This one is it right here.
Again.
Okay, and then you got this has to be around the 1800s when this was photographed.
Late 70s,
Yeah.
early 80s.
Yeah.
And you got all the people standing here. You got all these guys lined up. So you had to get these people to kind of be still,
Right.
most
Yeah.
likely, because of the photograph.
Uh-huh.
The way they were taken. Yeah.
But
Look how Western.
there's an anomaly in here. Can you
Yeah.
spot it?
Some of that stuff's still on the walls.
Right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. Like in the front to the left. I mean, just not the center, to the left of center. Is it the anomaly?
Oh. And by the road there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll bring it in closer, see if you can see what it is.
It's like a dog.
It does, but look at above it. It looks like a kid and a dog. Looks like the dog is there, but the kid isn't.
That's a dog.
I can't tell.
That's a dog.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's
if you
true.
look, this
Yeah.
one's it's casting a shadow.
And the other one.
Yeah,
here's-
but the other
but
one.
here's
yeah.
this.
No, yeah, the tall thing. It looks like a kid.
Well, it's a dog. It's actually, but here's
I think
this,
it's a dog,
curve
yeah.
line.
I'm looking at my stupid cell phone, so I can't see.
Yeah, but here's this curb line.
Yeah.
Looks like
You can
Mona.
see it. You can see it right. You can see it right through that dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
You
it is
should-
casting the shadow.
And I spotted that. And the guy sitting there, the guy owner that showed this to us, he swears up and down he never noticed that until I pointed it out.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I noticed it. I'm not that blind. I saw it. I just couldn't tell you what it was.
Yeah, from
never-
a distance, it looks like it
he
could be
claims-
a child or something, but when you zoom
Yeah.
in, no, it
But-
looks like a dog.
But he claims he swears up and down that he never noticed that until I
Really?
pointed it out.
Mhm. That's cool.
I thought it was pretty cool. When I seen it, I was like, holy crap, I got to get a
Yeah.
picture of this.
Really weird.
I've seen, and I would love to we have this really cool bookstore and they sell old photographs. The John King bookstore downtown. I love it. It's 4 stories of organized chaos. It's beautiful.
Organized.
I love it. They have like an original copy of The Wizard of Oz.
Hey,
It's all just.
They're supposed to be behind it also. Yes.
That's one of my favorite sayings.
Yeah, I love it.
Organized chaos.
Yep. And they have all these cool photographs that they'll sell and postcards and stuff like that. And people are always rushing me though when I go, come on, Mom, or whatever. So I need to go without them, and so I can do me. So I can. I'd love to look through those things. I bet you're gonna see stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some of those old photographs you can find stuff.
Yeah, I really think you would.
Well, it was a lot harder to fake some of that shit back then.
Right. Nowadays, it's so, unless you know the people, it's like we could put something online and say, "Do you see that?" But everybody in the world will be like, "Oh, fake." But we know, we were there. We know.
Right.
So, for what it's worth.
That's because nowadays you got all these people out there looking for their little 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
So they tried to create a hoax video or Photoshop a photograph in such a way that it creates a lot of internet attention and gets them that little.
Well, you know what? Here's what I usually do when I see something online, especially with the video. You could always go by the person's reaction. If it's, if they're reacting in a legitimate way that you think you would do or whatever, but some it's like they're either the best actors in the world and they should be getting their 15 minutes that way, right, or it's believable to me when you see people just like when you hear men don't scream on video especially, and if you're making a guy scream, then you can just tell, or they start swearing. That's usually you hear a few F-bombs. What the fuck? Because there was one I saw the other day, and this girl was acting scared. She was not scared. She was acting scared.
Yeah, I've seen people.
Yeah.
This one's another one of my. This is actually a picture I took. And
you showed that to us before, I think.
Yeah, I think I probably did.
So cool.
But the story behind it is all this cloud right here. When I was trying to get the picture, it was all imposed with a dark, like rain-looking cloud, storm-looking cloud.
Right.
And all you could see was the outside edges of the cloud behind it.
Right.
White cloud behind it. And this is all that came up whenever I took that picture.
That's pretty cool.
And then, I try not to tell anybody what I think is there. I want.
That's what we do a lot of times. We just post a picture and ask their thoughts. Yeah.
And see, the weird thing is that when I snap this picture, just this section right here is the only section that little red square tried to focus on.
Hey, I figured out what this picture is.
What?
In this picture?
It looks like a UFO.
Mark, you know what's in this picture?
I'm listening. What?
Figment of your overactive imagination.
Could be.
Could be, but
maybe
it's hard
I manifested
to tell. Yeah.
But it's weird that that's the only spot.
The only spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just the fact that he was saying that the camera's tracking thing was trying to lock onto that.
That red square kept trying to lock onto this.
Yeah.
Right. that's got to be something solid, or
Yeah.
or
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't lock onto
Because
like
it
a
wasn't.
storm cloud.
No, it wasn't trying. It wasn't trying to
You
lock
know.
on anything else. It kept trying to lock on that spot right there.
You know what's really weird is I had that happen today. We were doing an activity at work, and I was supposed to take pictures. And I was trying to take a picture of somebody throwing something, but it kept locking like next to that little square. And I'm like, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there that it should be trying to focus on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at this human being. This is what I want to take a picture of. But I was trying to go back further. I don't know. It was really weird. It was. I didn't say anything to anybody.
Did you take a picture?
I did. Oh, I did.
Oh, well, let's see.
Did you look
I
at
Oh,
that
you're on
picture?
your phone.
I'm on my phone.
See,
She can't do
did you
two
look at
things
that
at
picture
once.
after?
No, I haven't. I sent them to my boss. Was all I did. As I sent her all the pictures I took. So I'm going to have to look at it.
You're gonna
I
have to look at
didn't
those
look at any
pictures.
of
You
them
may
yet.
have caught something and not known about it.
And you know, I work at an assisted living facility. Lots of people have died. You know, especially
Lake Michigan.
Huh?
All right, Lake Michigan.
Yes, this was in Kenosha. This was taken in Kenosha. Person took 3 pictures. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and an object only showed up in one of the 3 pictures.
No.
Oh, there it is.
Wait a minute. I'm blind.
Yeah, I saw it in the last one.
It's right there. It's right above the ship.
Right above the ship.
Oh, I see it now. I
And
was
it's
looking at
kind
the
of
ship.
it's kind of a silvery looking.
Yeah, it is. And you know, they keep. I mean, everybody and their brother has a camera on them at all times now.
Yep.
Well, yeah, if you have a cell phone, you
They
got
were disputing that, and I'm like, I think it's only natural that we're seeing more photos of that kind of
Or
stuff
stuff, yes.
because everybody has a camera
Well,
now.
here's
it's
the
not.
thing
It's
about
not
this.
just because of that.
This is one of those pictures because I brought this up because we were talking hoaxes and people making fake pictures. This isn't so much as fake as it is somebody thinking they got something when in reality, I can tell you what that is.
What is it?
If you look real close, you can tell that it's some kind of helicopter, probably
I thought
bringing
helicopter.
along because you can see the color.
I was hoping that you could get in a little
I know.
closer, though,
That's
so I can see.
Well,
here.
the question on that, Joe, is
But how soon were the next
Yeah,
pictures taken?
why isn't it in the other 3?
I don't know.
right, how soon were the other pictures taken?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, how
The other
quick
thing,
was
it
the
doesn't
snap
show-
of
it
this?
doesn't have a that's the other thing I'm saying now. If this was
And
taken quick enough,
someone say it's a
if you
digital
want to
image
prove
glitch.
something, where's the date and timestamp?
Yeah. Well, you
Okay.
zoomed in, it might be on the bottom.
But when you're looking at it, it's harder to see on.
And here's another, but here's
looking on
another,
the screen. It's easier to tell.
right? But here's another thing you got to ask yourself too. See, that ship, that's an ore ship
Yeah.
that carries ore. There's no platform there for a helicopter to land on.
That's what I was going to ask, too. Yeah.
No, it won't. Right.
Yeah, but what if it was dropping supplies or something? You know,
Yeah, but again, you're going to ask yourself, how close were the pictures taken?
that's what
you
I'm
know,
saying. That's
How
Right,
close?
because it was
You got to
right
ask
on
yourself
Zoom.
that, because if this one shows up, if this shows up in the
I
center
don't think-
picture, the second picture of the 3 shot,
well,
then you're asking yourself, at how quick.
Yeah. They got out of the frame.
They always say to take a couple of
How quick were they snapped?
I think they were taken quite a few minutes apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
so
that's why I
saying.
say this. All right, pay attention to the sky and the distance of the ship. Okay, as the pictures progress. The sky's a little bit lighter.
Mm-hmm.
and a little lighter, but it's also showing it to be closer.
A little
And
dark.
that you
that
got
one's
a
further
little
away.
bit darker, and the ship's further away.
Right.
So again, too, you got to think: did they enhance or blow up the pictures in order for you to see stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I-
Because your colors are going to vary once you start blowing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows? It might not have even been landing there. It might have just been passing through.
Right.
Yeah, but again, you're going to
But
have to ask how quickly were the pictures taken.
Not very quickly, in my opinion.
That's what you need to. That's why they always say to take 2 or 3. So you got something to compare it to if you do catch something.
The sky
Yep.
changed too much between the 3 pictures. Minutes would have had to go on by, maybe even hours.
I'm not sure. That's the whole thing.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
One of those ones.
There's
that
no
fall in that
timestamp on
category
it.
that-
You get the timestamp, which I'm sure people manipulate
can't
too.
believe it because there's no way to prove that they were taken as quickly as they claim.
Right.
Anyway,
Exactly.
Minutes of fame in my eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
yep.
Or,
Cassie's saying,
like, a Cassie was like here, like a light filter added.
Yeah.
That's easy to do on a cell phone too nowadays.
Well, like
Yeah.
mine. If I did catch something today, people all day long could dispute it, but I know what happened. I know that little box was trying to focus in on something.
Exactly, like the picture that I showed
Right.
that I snapped.
Right.
Yeah.
The only reason I wanted to take that picture in the first place is, I was headed home that day, and the sky looked weird. It looked just really weird because you could see the outline of the white cloud behind the black
Behind the
cloud,
dark
which was
sky. Right.
right, and it looked like a dark storm cloud imposed on top of it. And when I got stopped in a place that I could stop, and I got my camera situated, all that was left was that little spot. And
Right.
the triangle or the square kept trying to, constantly focus on it.
Right.
So I snapped the picture and then I stored it and then went home. I was a little disappointed because I really wanted that
Yeah.
that
I
whole,
know.
the whole black cloud, the whole storm cloud imposed over that white one. But when I got home, I started looking at it, and then I noticed it didn't look like a cloud. It looked like something protruding out of that cloud. So,
Right. Exactly.
and then that's when I put it from my phone onto the computer, and I was playing with it to blow it up and make it, so I could look at it better. But I haven't altered it at all. It's exactly the way it was when I took the picture. So.
Right.
Like that Lake Michigan picture we just saw. You should, if you're going to take pictures like that, people should make sure the timestamp's there.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
I don't even know if my timestamp's there or not.
I know it might be harder to do on a cell phone. I understand that.
Right. Yeah.
We went out. Well, I didn't go out.
Actually, yeah.
My wife went out and
Actually,
got a professional
this
camera
has
so that it's
Joe.
got a timestamp on it. Our video cameras all have timestamps on it. But when we take pictures with our video cameras that we've got for our investigations,
Yeah.
those have timestamps on it. Why can't you? Most digital technology nowadays put a timestamp on it.
I don't even know. I've never paid attention whether my phone does or not.
Yeah, actually, Carol, I'm highlighting this right now. It's in my folder. I'm highlighting it. It actually tells me date taken 7/7/2014.
Oh yeah, you can look at the history. When you
yeah.
At
Yeah.
6:12
That's right.
in the evening.
Right. Yes, it tells you exactly.
Yeah.
That changes.
Huh?
That
What
will
do you mean?
change though.
How's it
Why?
going to change?
Not accurate. I'm talking the timestamp that's like when you take the picture and that photograph.
No, how is that going to change? How's that date taken going to
photograph?
How's
Yeah,
that
why
date
would you
taken going to change?
take it to change?
Because that file will change anytime that file's edited.
Oh.
It's
And-
not
Well,
the
then
file,
again,
Joe.
you
It's
put
the
it in
picture
pictures.
itself. It's the data in the picture itself. It tells you when it was taken, at the time it was taken, and the day it was taken.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you tap on the picture, you can look below it, and it'll give you that history. So
But
that does.
I think Joe's right
In
though.
fact-
I
in
think I've
fact,
done it
here.
before. Edited
No,
a
hang on.
picture and it came up a new date.
No, hang on.
Well, yeah, if you edit it, it will.
Joe.
But if you're really saying you got something, you're not going to be editing it anyway.
Right. You're not going to
I
edit it.
never
But
just
here-
edit
No,
it.
I know that, but
I always save it to something else before I edit.
All right, Joe, do you remember the day we were at the party barn and I got blitzed?
I think I was
How's he supposed to remember all those days?
pretty sure that was probably the day they had to pour me into the car.
Because that day I've got my picture, my selfie. It says I took it. It says date taken 10/11/2014 at 9:45 in the evening.
Right, and until you edit it, but
Wait,
but
is that on
even
your
when I
computer
edit
or on
though,
your
I
cell
always copy then edit.
Are you reading that off your computer or your cell phone?
I'm reading it off of the picture itself on the computer.
Yeah,
That
if
one.
you click on the picture. Now click show
That
where
one.
the information is. I like it.
So I highlight the picture. It
Close
says
pick the
11,
tennis in your
10,
head.
11, 10, 11, 2014 at 9:45. Okay. Here's one that you should remember. Crystal's wedding. 6/7/2014.
Yeah, what picture is that? That you
6/7/2014 at 4:07 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, what picture is that? That you would have of Crystal's wedding?
Did it come up?
No, we're looking at you.
Your ugly mug.
Smiling.
Fucking mug.
All right.
Yeah, they poured me into Tanya poured me into the car that night. I was
Right
drinking
here.
Cuervo. We were pretty good friends that night.
Yeah, and I was drinking whiskey.
Oh,
That one, Joe.
That's what I'm doing.
now who's that?
That's me and my wife.
That is you?
Yes.
Yep, that's him and his wife Tanya. And that
Oh,
that
handsome
picture,
couple.
when I highlight that picture, it says taken 6/7/2014 at 4:07 in the evening.
Ah. That's about right.
Huh?
That's about right.
Right.
Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. They have not been altered. None of these have been altered.
Well, no, that hasn't been altered. I still look that good.
Whatever. So that should have been. What the heck? F-stop setting can react to. I don't know, Joe. How tall are you? 6'1"?
6 foot.
6 foot? 6 foot even, Cassie. Anyway, I need to use the bathroom.
Joe said we can't leave.
Yeah, well, we should end the broadcast.
And I actually haven't eaten tonight. So
Me either.
All right, well, we're gonna end it anyways. So, anything you want to promote before you?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
let
you
us
wanna-
know when your guys' Parafest is happening.
Maybe we can get out there.
Yeah, maybe we can do a road trip.
yeah,
We
when
could.
we get
That'd be great.
when we get our dates together for that, we'll let you know if you guys want to pop in and everything.
Oh no, we're gonna have to camp at your house.
Yeah.
Mine might be a little cramped.
You guys must have driveways.
I got no. I live in an apartment, and it's kind of small.
We wouldn't do that.
We'll work it
But
out.
about 2 blocks away from me, though, there's a hotel,
All right. Where do you live? What city do you live?
and they have an indoor pool.
Yes.
We're in.
I'm in Fort Atkinson.
Little pissant town.
So you guys are kind of like in the middle of the state.
Oh no.
Not
We're
really.
to the south part of the state.
How far? Like, okay.
Yeah, we're
Closer to
okay.
Michigan.
I'm
On
40
that side of the
minutes.
state.
I'm about 40 minutes from Madison, kind of in between Madison and Milwaukee.
Okay.
Joe's kind of the same way. He's like right in between Madison and Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's about an hour or more from here, maybe. But
No, it's less than
you
that.
guys live to each other?
We're about 35 minutes away from each other.
Okay. All right.
We're not
maybe
too far.
we could, maybe we could do something like that. Maybe we could go through Chicago and do something with Zach, or maybe we could take Zach with us to MiraCon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys know Blood Moon, do you?
no,
Blood
Blood
Moon
Moon.
Paranormal in Chicago?
nope,
No.
not yet.
Yeah, that's our cousin's team.
Uh,
Yeah, check them out.
He's
Actually,
been
in a few days, he's releasing the video from when we all did Eloise in November.
Oh,
So,
Nice.
yeah, on the
There you go.
18th, I believe.
yeah, he's
I'm
much
not
more talented than we are. His stuff looks better.
well,
He knows
I was
what he's
gonna-
doing.
I'm glad I was able to get that stuff to you guys though for your fundraiser.
Oh, that
Oh my
was
God!
great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could have come. We had a blast. We had a blast.
It sounds like you did. I would have loved to have been there.
We had a. When was the last time you did the hokey pokey?
I think I was a hell of a lot younger
No,
Yeah.
and,
Chicken dance.
and possibly drunk off my ass.
Oh,
And
right.
the DJ even had to stop us from doing the hokey pokey because everybody was doing it wrong.
Nobody knew their right from their left. We should have started
No,
the hokey pokey.
their arm from their leg.
Oh yeah, it was Nancy, but her leg.
You sure not the head from the ass?
Yeah, she didn't know. She didn't know. But that's Cassie for you. That was funny. They even stopped it because she was the one that wanted him to do it. And they stopped. He goes, "Wait a minute, you're doing it wrong. This is your leg. This is your arm."
All right,
no,
well,
it would've been fun.
I think we're gonna be done
Yeah,
here.
it's fine.
I gotta go use the bathroom.
Friday.
Well, it was good seeing you guys
All right.
again.
It was good
Yes,
talking
as
with you
always.
again. It's fun.
And,
You guys are fun.
Wish
Yeah,
we
you
had more to
guys
talk about, but like I said, we're just starting to plan things for the year, so nothing's really
Oh, yeah.
set yet.
Because of stupid COVID, but we might have good things to tell you. We do have some things in the works here that we might be able to tell you about, and hopefully we'll have lots of cool things to tell you about.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Friday.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so
Well,
much
thanks
for having us again.
on again.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Joe, we'll see you sometime in April outside.
Maybe.